No, I would hope it's not money, honestly, because I really haven't, really don't want anything from you. If it wasn't, just to know my identity. If it wasn't, if you didn't want a relationship with me, that's cool. I can respect that. But we could have been got this over with, and I just feel that my mom, since she's gone now, like she had to fight.
There's a past that you can't undo kids. You can't undo like
That her husband, who has been denying is his child for many years, is about to finally get that DNA result that everybody has been so desperately waiting.
Jay-Z just got hit with the one thing he's been dodging for decades: a leaked DNA test. Rymir, the man who's been claiming for years that Jay is his real father, just dropped what he says is the proof, and 50 Cent is co-signing it loud and messy. If you've been plugged into the streets, you already know this story. Rymir's been out here for over a decade saying Jay-Z is his dad and demanding a paternity test, which Jay kept refusing to take. Instead, Jay accused Rymir of harassing him for years through court cases and filings, but Rymir's not letting go. Word is, he's now got an indirect DNA test showing Jay-Z is his father. And now, Rymir has linked up with 50 Cent, who's fully backing him in leaking these results. And word is, Jay is already feeling the heat. Why the panic? If the results drop, they could fuel long-standing accusations against him. Rymir says his mother, Wanda, was only 16 when Jay, already in his 20s, got her pregnant. And if there's even a grain of truth in that, it's not just bad. It throws Jay-Z into one of the darkest controversies of his entire career.
how old was she when you were
I think
born?
15 going on 16.
Now, how old was Jay-Z at the time?
I think like 22. Yeah.
What? 15 and 22. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now I can kind of see why he's probably not claiming it, because it looks bad on his reputation.
Before M's mom, Wanda, passed away, she was vocal about one thing: Jay-Z being M's real father. She claims she met Jay back in 1992 when he spotted her in Philadelphia, then whisked her straight to his Brooklyn apartment. Wanda said they used protection, but it failed, and that's how she ended up pregnant. That confession lit a fire under M's search for the truth, especially after he found out through a DNA test that his mom's longtime boyfriend, Robert Graves, the man listed on his birth certificate, wasn't his dad at all. M said he even went as far as removing Robert's name last year, making it clear he was never his biological father.
The person that my mom was with, it was Robert Graves. He was on there before they took him off when the testing came, and they asked him and Sean to take the test, and he came up and faithfully took it, and took the test with no problem.
Wanda allegedly swore she had only ever been with two men, Robert and Jay-Z. So if Robert wasn't the father, that left just one name on the table: Jay-Z. And plenty of people whisper that Rymir has that same look as Jay. Wanda even tried to make Jay answer for it by filing a civil lawsuit for child support, but the case got tossed out. Things only got messier from there. Wanda kept insisting, right up until her final days, that Jay-Z was M's father. Some believe the stress, frustration, and endless battles connected to Jay-Z's denial may have played a role in Wanda's untimely passing. Over the years, there have been murmurs about corruption, cover-ups, and shady legal moves tied to the case, making the drama even heavier. Still, M has made it clear over and over, he's not after Jay-Z's money. He just wants the truth.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
you're trying to collect any money.
That's why I said this for years. Like, I'm good. Like, of course, anybody would want more money. Who wouldn't take money? But I'm good where I'm at in life. I got a great job. I'm driving Mercedes-Benz. I'm taking care of myself, taking care of my kids.
M has been outspoken for years about the injustice he and his mother went through. He claims the court tossed out their filings because, in his words, Jay-Z ordered them to. All because Jay has the power and control to make it happen.
What? So tell me how the lawsuit came about, the paternity suit came about. Like, when did you initiate that?
Well, my mom initiated it. She basically, I guess she started in 2011. They threw it out.
According to Rymir, Jay-Z's been using his money and connections to dodge accountability, twisting the legal system to his advantage. He even accuses Jay's legal team of deliberately sabotaging his case, leaving him with what he calls zero real chance at fairness in court. Now people are wondering, if Jay swears M isn't his son, why won't he just take the test? What's he really trying to hide? Not too long ago, Jay barely sidestepped trouble alongside his longtime friend Diddy after one of Diddy's accusers claimed both men were involved in disturbing behavior when she was only 13. The accuser later agreed to drop the lawsuit, but this case is far from buried. She recently came forward again, saying she never took back her original claims against Jay and Diddy. The only reason she backed off the lawsuit, she alleges, is because Jay sent private investigators to scare her into silence. And here's the shady part. Most major media outlets didn't even breathe a word about this latest twist. You already know certain sites like TMZ and The Shade Room won't post anything negative about Jay-Z, and you can check for yourself. Go look up the Rymir story on their pages. Nothing. And this case has been trending for years. Still, the big-name media outlets act like it never even happened. It's the same playbook with the Jane Doe situation. Silence. Not a single headline when, just last week, a judge threw out Jay-Z's defamation lawsuit against attorney Tony Busby, the same lawyer representing Jane Doe. So yeah, it's pretty clear some shady things are being swept under the rug. Jaguar Wright's been blasting the whole situation.
Wanda was a minor. A minor! When she got pregnant with Rymir. And like Wanda always said, he picked her up in Philly, but he took her to New York across state lines to bed her while she was allegedly underage.
Calling out TMZ and claiming Jay's scrambling to cover his tracks. She says he's been working to slow down the news about Rymir getting that DNA test, the one allegedly proving Jay-Z is his father. And the way things are looking, this drama's only heating up.
People are desperate and willing to do anything to get a headline that detracts from the fact that that man, that her husband, who has been denying is his child for many years, is about to finally get that DNA result that everybody has been so desperately waiting.
And of course, Jaguar didn't stop there. She claimed Jay-Z's been denying him because he got his mother, Wanda, pregnant when she was still underage. A claim that keeps this scandal boiling.
She got knocked up in 91. He was well into his 20s by that time. Well into his 20s. Allegedly taking teenage girls over the state line. He got unlucky, that contract broke. Poor guy. Or maybe that was just karma. Maybe God made sure that happened for a moment like right now. Disgusting.
Jaguar's also claimed that Jay-Z has the legal system in his pocket, even alleging he's bribed judges just to dodge taking that paternity test.
And turns out now, all of these judges were bought off and paid off, and they're going to be looking at sanctions and probably charging.
Now, 50 Cent, who's never been scared of the industry, is standing right beside M. He's been clowning Jay for dodging that DNA test, and reports say he even reached out to M personally, offering to back him in leaking those indirect DNA results. 50 even dropped a cryptic line on Instagram. A good lawyer knows the law, a great lawyer knows the judge. This flips the whole game. For years, M's case was buried and ignored by mainstream media, but with 50 stepping in, Jay's camp is in full panic mode. They're moving fast, trying to bury the lawsuit and drag M's name through the mud before the story explodes. Word is, Jay's already filed fresh court papers, begging the judge to toss M's case entirely and make sure it disappears from the record. But with 50 now stirring the pot, it might be too late to keep this quiet. Jay's calling this just more of the same harassment he's dealt with for years, but people aren't buying it. They're saying he should just take the simple DNA test and prove M wrong instead of burning thousands on legal fees. One person went straight for the jugular, saying, "If Jay-Z has nothing to hide, take the test." Another wrote, "Jay-Z doesn't believe in accountability." And one comment came in ice cold. If his mother was 15 years old and taken from one state to another, Somebody's in trouble. So what do you think? Is Jay hiding something? Should he finally step up and take that test? Could Rymir actually be telling the truth? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like, share, and subscribe, because this story is nowhere near done, and the next twist might be the biggest one yet.